So Joseph Timms with JT. I'm working with some order designs. This is a collaboration with John Baggett's BFD, or Bad Fucking Day push dagger, 2 inches wide, 2 1/4 inches long, double edge, CMP 154 stainless steel. This is a single bevel version of the Nasty Nick, and it's a made of AEBL or surgical stainless steel. It's designed and ran PICA, edge forward, traditional PICA, not reverse grip, edge in, and thumb capped or convulsive grip. These both were designed to be military knives and for law enforcement working around insurgents and opponents that may be wearing body armor, soft armor, etc. These are made to be combative knives. This is a variation that John Baggett built as well, reverse edge method, edge in, of course, pick all if you prefer. And I've got a sword, just because, and a very common butcher knife. This seems to be one of the things that are pretty popular today. So what we're going to do is, instead of fresh pork ribs, we're going to do a quick test and see how effective these blades are at punching holes through things. So, with no further ado, push dagger lined up. You can see it went all the way through, and you can see the cut in the back. That's basically what I wanted to do, is create a shotgun size wound in a threat, preferably upper neck. We were working from underhook or overhook, working against an insurgent or another opponent, and or against a rib cage, upper rib cage, working around body armor. So if you're thinking about body armor this way, we'll be working here, puncturing at the part of the lung, working not so much on the sternum because of the plates, but working to the throat, hitting carotid arteries. I'm not so much worried about the windpipe or trachea. I'm trying to sever major blood vessels and make them drain out quickly. Slightly different concept with this knife. This would come off the kit. Again, close quarters, tied up with an enemy, tied up with an insurgent, which does happen. Blade comes off kit because they're trying to take your weapon from you. And as you can see, that was actually against the rib right there and actually broke the rib. And again, went all the way through. There was already some point deformation because I'd accidentally dropped it before. Doesn't look like any additional point deformation. So essentially I didn't break the point this time. FYI, don't drop your knife by accident on the hard tile floor. So anyhow, as you can see there, edge out, convulsive grip, do a working fight. And there you can see as well all the way through. Those aren't push cuts, that's just a short overhand jab. John will appreciate this, he put a lot of work into this. So, working from here, you can see again, that was against bone. No point deformation, John. You should be absolutely ecstatic about this. These are fresh ribs, by the way, these aren't frozen, so that does make a difference. But no point deformation, no broken point, absolutely perfect. So that's a pretty nasty cut. Now, popular in Germany, popular in the UK, popular in a few other places for various reasons. Very common household butcher knife. So we can either work off of a number 1 angle or off of a thrust. What do you think? All right, number 1 angle. You can see that cut, but that didn't cut through the ribs. I just cut into it. That might have broken that one, maybe. Yep. You actually can feel bone there. Edge is not too damaged. So, and again, thrust doesn't have as much of a point, so you can thrust in, but I don't think it went all the way through. Something to keep in mind. You decide to use a butcher knife, target softer areas. That's hemoglobin, by the way, not blood coming out. All right, last but not least, sword. This is basically a bolo, a little heavy. You want to step around for this. So I think we're going to work off the traditional number 1 angle again. Traditional number 1 would be this angle. Number 2 is this angle. These are very common angles in fighting, where you're fighting with a stick, a tomahawk, a knife. that broke those ribs and cut all the way through there. I think if it had been fixed, it would have gone through it. So with that said, let's try a final attempt. Yeah, you can see they're broken there. Pretty badly too. Final attempt with a thrust. So free hanging ribs, thrust. Lunge off there. I have to work at another angle because the ribs keep moving. Missed it. Oops. There we go. And that went, I think it went all the way through. So, yeah, pretty much. Yep, you can see a little bit of daylight I think on the other side. Can you go through the plastic? Well, no. Maybe go through the plastic too. So, anyhow, if you can find that interesting, excellent materials, purpose-driven knives. John produces a lot of them. He does a lot of EDC and outdoor stuff. But these were two designs from about a decade ago. Maybe I'll get with John and we'll discuss making some more stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Ribs really don't stop even small knives. So one last example, spider tail. And that went through there. But let's see. You can see that cut all the way down, and that cut into the rib itself. And again, this is a good knife, no edge deformation. So bone is going to give before steel. Yeah, you can see it cut into that. Yep, see the bone right there? It's actually dug into it. That's off of a number 1 angle. So all of that can be opened up pretty quickly. This would do something similar to pick call. That's actually edge in. This is softener stuff. And that was that. So with a nice hammer fist right through it. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any comments, post them. I'm sure you have some criticisms too, at least a few of you, and I look forward to reading some of those as well. Thank you. Bye.